Hey everyone, I'm Aaron from Finctum Languages, and today I just wanted to talk about all of the breakthrough and successes that a lot of us have had in language learning over the course of the last 30 days or so. Because as many of you know, we just finished going through the 30-day Record Yourself challenge. Can you see that? Yeah. All right. If you don't know what this is, I encourage you to check out the links in the description below. One of them will take you here to this image, which is on my Patreon. By the way, a shameless plug right here. If you are interested in supporting my channel on Patreon, you can go here, follow the link in the description, and then just select a tier that is interesting to you to receive the benefits of your choice. And then you can partner with me and help me continue to make my language learning channel great. So anyways, what is the 30-day Record Yourself challenge? Really briefly, for those who don't know, it's just a schedule of 30 questions, and I release a new schedule periodically. And you just record yourself speaking your target language for 1 minute a day, and then you release that video to the public. All right, and there's two main purposes of this challenge. All right, and you can read all about it here on my Patreon page. You can read that portion for free if you just go to the link in the description. So if you record yourself speaking your target language, and you're going to make lots of mistakes while you're recording, and then you upload this to social media, to YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Tumblr, whatever is the social media of your choice, Facebook maybe. Part of the purpose of this is you're going to get corrections. Okay. You'll find native speakers who watch your videos, or at least more advanced learners who watch your videos, and they can tell, either encourage you and say you're doing a great job, or they might say something along the lines of, just so you know, you used this word wrong. You conjugated this verb incorrectly, or great job. Just remember to add the plural marker to the end of your words, right? So you'll get some corrections, and that's fine. That's great. I love getting corrections. I love making mistakes because that's how I improve. The real beauty of the 30-day Record Yourself challenge is that it helps you break out of the silent box. And when I say the silent box, I'm referring to this sort of place in language learning where a lot of us start learning a language from a textbook, or maybe on Duolingo. We learn a language from the comfort of our own home, and we do it silently. We don't open our mouths. We maybe do a lot of reading. We do a lot of listening. We do a lot of studying. We do a lot of memorizing. We do a lot of exercises. We don't do very much talking. So we learn silently. That's so funny. I see a lot of Esperanto chat going on in the chat. Bon chanson. Anyways, the beauty of the 30-day challenge is that when we're so comfortable in our silent box, not speaking the language, just reading, listening, studying, memorizing, we're not making as much progress as we could be doing if you would just open your mouth and try speaking a little. Okay, it doesn't mean you have to jump right into full conversations or hour-long chats, right? Sometimes it just takes a baby step to move in the right direction. And for me, one of the really good ways of doing that is recording myself speak. It's not as scary as a face-to-face conversation with another human being, because if I start saying something on the video and I mess up, beep, delete the video, right? It's not as nerve-wracking. I can also look up words that I don't know beforehand. And it's just a good way to start opening your mouth and speaking the language. And after you do 3, 5, 10 videos of yourself speaking the language, you're going to realize it's not as scary as you might have thought. You're going to make mistakes. You're gonna make blunders. You're gonna get corrections, and that's okay, right? We're language learners. We make mistakes. That's how we speak. And so the challenge is just a way to help us sort of break out of that box. Okay, this silent box is very limiting to us if we're too afraid to open our mouths. Now, different people have different philosophies about language learning. Okay, some people prefer to spend time getting comprehensible input, reading, listening, developing a sense for the language, developing a sense for the sounds, developing lots of vocabulary in the language. And that's okay. If you have a philosophy of language learning that is different from mine, that's fine. There's different schools of thoughts. In my opinion, though, it is very desirable to start speaking as soon as possible. That doesn't mean speaking your target language is the only thing you should be doing. I strongly believe in comprehensible input. I strongly believe in reading, in listening, in doing conversations with native speakers that are very basic and very comprehensible. That's all great stuff. I use Memrise and Anki and certain SRS learning systems to develop my vocabulary early on. I kind of grow out of that as I develop in the language. That's all fine. I recommend that stuff. But one thing I do think people sort of avoid too much is just opening your mouth and speaking the language. Sooner or later, you have to start speaking. There's no way around it. Kevin Montoyo says, yes, vi pravas Finktam. Dankon. So I just want to talk a little bit about some of the breakthrough that happened in this challenge. I've actually seen a lot of people. You can go to Instagram. I won't do that right now. You can go to Instagram and just type in hashtag 30DRYC, and you'll see lots of stories of people speaking their target language and making mistakes and becoming comfortable with that. This past month's 30-day record yourself challenge was all based around would you rather questions. So would you rather fly or turn invisible? I actually did the challenge in 2 languages. I did it in Esperanto because I am learning Esperanto. And I also did it in English, just for the sake of helping people who are learning English. For those who don't know, I actually have my own YouTube channel. I guess I'll plug this shamelessly too. I recently created a new YouTube channel dedicated to teaching English. And it's all based around comprehensible input. Let me show you the channel here. It's called Finktam English. And I just tell stories, and I go through pictures, and I go through some, I just go through a lot of pictures and stories, and I speak very clearly for the benefit of people who are learning English. And one of the things that I did was I went through the 30-day record yourself challenge. Let's see, where is it? I went through the 30-day record yourself challenge, and I just recorded myself speaking answering each one of these questions in easy, slow English for people who are learning English. So I did it in English and in Esperanto, okay? When I was speaking Esperanto, I would read, I got to different questions every day. I would get to a question and say, I don't know how to say duck-sized, or let me make this bigger. I don't know how to say tuxedo, right? And then I would have to go look it up. And now I know that tuxedo in Esperanto is smokingo. Duck-sized is anaso granda, right? One of the really interesting words I learned in Esperanto was unu cornulo, which literally means something like guy or person character who has one horn. I don't know how you would translate that, but it's a really funny word in Esperanto, and I really appreciated learning that word. All right, so I release this challenge on a regular basis, probably 2 to 3 times a year, and everyone has a different theme. They have different vocabulary words that you're going to have to learn, and that you're going to have to just learn how to say and to pronounce, because you're going to speak them in the camera and show people your language skills. And that's really hard for a lot of people, because we just have an intrinsic sort of innate fear of showing people our mistakes, showing people our vulnerabilities. And that's why I think this challenge is really valuable, because it's a way of pushing yourself, forcing yourself to be okay with making mistakes in front of other people. There's no way you're going to speak your target language and not make mistakes in this video, in the videos that you make. So it's just a way of breaking yourself out of the silent box. I'm going to go through some of the questions that I have here really quick. Okay. Hi, Aaron. Hello. Thanks for all the comments. I'm sorry I was sort of ignoring them while I did my little monologue here. Yo, good to be here. Friend of Jonathan from Comprehensible Thai. Ah, awesome. Thanks for joining. Yeah, Comprehensible Thai is an excellent YouTube channel. Saluton, mi malmulte comprenas la anglan, se mi comprenetas ion. Bone, mi esperas ke vi povas lerni pli da la angla. Okay, mi parolas la anglan kaj iomete de Esperanto. Ĉu vi parolas la hispanan? Okay, why Shakespeare is very difficult to read. Shakespeare is very difficult to read in English because it's an older version of English. Languages are always changing, and they never stop changing. So English from 500 years ago or 600 years ago is still English, is still recognizable by many of us, but they used different words, just like kids of this generation use words different from my generation. When I was in high school, we never said lit, right? I don't know what kids are saying these days. We said, yo, that's tight, that's sweet, that's raw. Right, and my parents' generation said, that's groovy, okay? Languages, it changes with every generation. And after an appropriate amount of time has passed, the language just changes a sufficient amount that it becomes difficult, more and more difficult to understand people. Mi faris la defion kaj mi tre ĝuis ĝin. Bonege. Mi ŝatas defion, yes. Mi rimarkis tion. Vincio faris la defion. Vi pravas. Wow. Tiom da esperantistoj en la mesaĝaro hodiaŭ. I will make it in English and Esperanto. Excellent. Yeah, I highly encourage people to do the feel. I highly encourage people to do the challenge in more than one language if you can. I also want to start doing the challenge or recommending for people to do the challenge in their native language to encourage learners, right? So it's difficult to do the challenge just in your own target language. But when you hear a native speaker do their own version of it, that can be encouraging to help you wants to do it like them in your target language, in the language that they did it in. Because it can sort of give you a form, and that's just really nice. Okay. Yes, mi comprenas vin. Yes, Don Quixote hispana estas tre malfacila por mi, kaj mi estas hispano parlanta. Yes, so Don Quixote in Spanish is the same as Shakespeare in English, right? Actually, I think Don Quixote and Shakespeare or Miguel de Cervantes and Shakespeare lived around the same time. So it's a very similar concept where the language has just changed over the years, and it's might be hard to recognize now. Kuchpat says, can I record only my voice for now? Yes, 100%. That's acceptable. The challenge is whatever way you want. And also, by the way, if you were interested in recording yourself doing the challenge in Thai, that would be very much appreciated, because I actually want to hear someone do the challenge in the Thai language. Because this month I am going to do the challenge again, not the same one. I'm going to do a previous challenge, the beginner challenge, and I'm going to do it in English for people who are learning English. And I am also going to do it in Thai because I am learning Thai. So, you know, when I go to do the Thai challenge, I'm going to say, Sawadee krap,ผมชื่อ Aaron. วันนี้ผมทำ, and I don't know how to say the 30-day record yourself challenge in Thai. It'd be like, ผมทำ30 วัน, I don't know, challenge, ภาษาไทย, right? I don't know how to say that in Thai. So it would be very useful for me to hear a native Thai speaker do the challenge in their native language so that I can sort of copy what they say when I do the challenge in Thai. But yes, the question is, can I record only my voice? Yes, absolutely. You can do it only in your voice and not show your face. You can do it on video. Maybe some people want to do the challenge just in text. That would be okay, I guess. Although a big part of the challenge is getting you to break out of your silent box, the box that is containing you and stopping you from speaking. So Kevin Montoya says, I like your videos on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you very much, Kevin. Soy Dog says, I will do it in Thai. Excellent. Yeah. So we have another person trying to do the challenge in Thai. And all of that to say, if there is anyone out there who is a native speaker of Thai and wants to do the challenge in Thai for us non-native speakers, I know I'm pushing that really hard. Sorry. But, you know, I would just be very interested in if someone, if a Thai speaker wanted to do it and help us out in that way. So anyways, I think I'm going to end the live stream kind of quickly today. Thanks to all who joined and who were chatting with me. I love talking with you. I will pretty much be here every week at this same time. I'm trying to start a more regular schedule. Davey says, mi vidas vian videon por plibonigi mian anglan kaj mi feliĉas ĉar mi povas kompreni. Haha. Bone, tre bone. Por tio mi faras la filmetojn. Okay, thanks to everyone who joined. Ĝis, sawadee krap. Bye-bye.